lot of it spans my career of 40 plus years. Initially starting out abstract, I used a sort of like Jackson Pollock, but I use a grid method. I put string down on the canvas, and the string will lay like a trough, or it'll set up a grid. So then I do this, I drip and drip and drip, and I'll use boards to lay down there like a frisket so I don't overlap some. I don't mind a little bit, but then it starts making layers that sort of move in and out. And then when I get totally where I'm satisfied with the initial layout of paint, I'll rip the strings out of it. And so I moved from that into a spray can sort of finish. The base I put down on these paintings, like this one here, is of multiple colors. Some of them brushed on there, acrylic, some sprayed. And then I layer it I use tape to make the squares or the geometric shapes underneath, and I tape them off, and I slowly build up the tape shapes with a final, once I'm done with the tape shapes, then I go in with a paint pen and draw lines, straight lines. Then I've gotten into doing seascapes, and that came about with our house in Florida, and I always put her legs in it down on the lower left side. So it's just kind of a fun thing to do, you know. My background in art probably started when I was a kid. I kind of always knew I wanted to be an artist. I come from a military family. We moved around a lot. I'm originally from Georgia and then North Carolina, and I had the opportunity to live in Greece 4 years. My dad was assigned over there. He was like a liaison with a Greek military airborne unit. I was 9 years old when I got there. An incredible culture shock. I had been drawing before that, but this really triggered it. You know, all the ruins and stuff. I used to draw the Parthenon up on the Acropolis. So then when we got back to the States, I got a scholarship out of high school to go to the Dayton Art Institute. After that, I got drafted into the Army, so I didn't get to finish. So I was in the Army for 3 years. One of my influences was Marcel Duchamp. He's trained originally, French artist, as an academic painter, but he was one of the forerunners of Dada, what they call Dada, kind of a branch off from surrealism. And it's sort of like have fun with art, you know, nothing serious kind of thing. He's serious about not being serious, one of the things. And he did some, like in 1917, the Armory showed, but he had a urinal and he turned it on his side. And he painted R mud on the side of it. And he named it the Fountain. It probably became one of the most famous art objects in the world, you know, so it's just, being an artist is something I always did. I want people to, when they see my work, to sometimes laugh, smile. I just enjoy, sort of like Duchamp did. He liked people to smile, laugh, and be curious, and so that's sort of, I don't compare myself to Duchamp, but I like that sort of mindset to entertain people. I mean, you go to a music concert, you enjoy the music. I like jazz. When I'm painting, I got jazz on in the background always. I built my studio. I got my studio above a garage where I restore cars, so I can go back and forth, up and down. So just kind of a fun way to be retired. My wife gives me a ton of ideas. It's great, her being a photographer. We feed off each other, and we just get some great discussions sometimes, you know, and we're just together all the time. I can't imagine doing anything by myself, you know. I just prefer showing with her.
We have shows together. We like showing together. Our work is very compatible, although it's very different. His is bright and colorful, mine's usually black and white. Two different processes. The works I have on display for the show come from going to the beach. I love walking on the beach, and I take my phone with me everywhere. So these are all phone photographs that have been edited and processed differently. I got my first camera when I was 9 years old, and I just always took photographs of when my parents traveled a lot and my friends and family get-togethers. And to me, it's just natural. I think everybody should do this. And I did think everybody did it. So it wasn't an unusual thing for me to make the transition to photography. When I started doing art classes, I tried a lot of different classes, but this was the one. I attended the Ohio State University and then wound up the last 2 years at Wright State University, where I graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. The major was photography. And that's also how I met my husband, Jim, who is a painter, in some art classes. When I'm taking photographs, it's always something that's new and exciting for me. And I want to do it in a way that will draw people in and make them really look and ask questions about it and see it in a different light. So the camera can express things, but it's the emotion that I put into it that makes it different from somebody else doing it. The beach is always inspiring. I love to walk on the beach or around beach areas. It's so different than the Ohio area where I live now. I get inspired with anything that's new and I haven't seen it before. It's a little more exciting to me to photograph. I tend to work in series, and I have a lot of different series that are ongoing. I have a nature series, a travel series, an urban landscape series, fruits and vegetables, a harvest series, and they're all done in different ways. I tend to do black and white. I have a dark room in my home, but I hand color, I stain photographs, I like to do black and white. I rarely do straight color because I don't feel it's archival, and I like my work to last. I want it to be around for a long time. So as things sell, I'm always adding to it so that series are ongoing. My work is one of a kind. I only print one good image of each thing, so you're not going to walk around and see it in somebody else's house. So I have a website, www.mcculloughgallery.com.